Let's see.
4:30 this morning. It was a little too early. I didn't realize it was that early.
Evening daily awakening. There we go. So that's live there. We're recording here. And okay. All righty. Well, let's see there. So this one's going to be a little short because I've got a company event that's happening at 7:30. But I just wanted to, hey, Facebook, good to have you here. Let me move this over here so I can see folks. This is the evening Daily Awaken version. I can't believe it's been nonstop all day long. I don't know the last time I've been this occupied, positively busy. So I do want to just touch on a couple of things. I've done a couple of other lives on some conversations today. But I want to ask you, what are you doing right now to take care of you? Right? Just had a neighbor come by and bring us cookies. Friends of the family. I mean, we're family. We go on vacation together. We do stuff together. And it was funny to see it brought up. And there was this, because it was the boy, and I absolutely just dig this kid. He's just an amazing soul. But he came up with gloves on, right? The stuff wrapped, and just it was a little odd, that interaction, right? When you have friends and you're like, kind of just you're 2 meters away. So I just wanted to ask you, what are you doing to take care of you? Because right now, that's all there is, right? There's no economy out there. There's only your economy, right? You talk to somebody who's doing better than you. It's like, really? And you talk to somebody who's doing not so good as you. You go, well, I'm lucky. The key is, what can you do to make sure, wait a second. Can I change it? I can't. Oh, there we go. That's the difference. I'm like, there's nobody on Facebook. That's because it was it was private. So let me see if I can give you some things to work on here. I just did a live, and I did an Instagram earlier on the language to have a conversation with about helping people calm their fears. Helping people calm their fears, slow down the challenges, right? So if you were to ask some folks, when will time be on your side? Right? If we have conversations, we all talk about conversations about life is challenging, life is difficult, life is a variety of things, but life is moving in one direction. When will time be on your side? Right? So, I mean, time's on your side if you're a fine wine, right? You're an aged alcohol in oak barrels. But what can you do right now to help put time on your side? I can't see the screens, and then I can't read with my glasses on, so that's kind of crazy. What are you doing to protect your future? What areas in life are you needing some more protection? Right? Is it in your relationships? Is it in your friendships? Is it in your faith? Is it in your body? Right? I've not heard it put areas of life you need more protection. I've heard it said before, what areas do you need some more margin in your life? Little breathing room, little space, right? A Monster, the place where you go do resumes, says that the average American, 78% of them live paycheck to paycheck. There's not a whole lot of margin in time, paycheck to paycheck, right? And maybe they have some savings. Maybe there's going to be a waiver for pulling stuff out of your 401k or IRA. There may be, maybe not. But the reality is we live in a society right now where money's not important. But what did Jim Rohn say? Money's not the most important thing, but it's right up there with oxygen. When you don't have it, you sure need it. So as it sits right now, what are you doing to help create the cushion for the next time. As you get through this, you'll get through this. There's no doubt you'll get through this. You've been through more challenging times on an individual basis, right? There's ways to get through this, and you'll make it. The question is this going to repeat itself? And the reality is yes, this will repeat itself. This condition, this moment in history will repeat itself. I heard somewhere today that when we talked about the first bailouts, like the Essent loan bailouts, that was like $20 billion, something like that, right? $5 billion, some kind of, it was a ridiculous number. And then 2008 comes along and it was $800 billion bailout. And then more recently they were talking, or now they're talking about a $4 trillion bailout. So the bailouts are going to keep getting bigger. What are you going to do? What will you have in place for yourself? What will you have worked on yourself personally, on a personal basis? What will you have worked on yourself as an individual to build your relationships, right? There's some people right now that maybe, just maybe, you were thinking about calling that you didn't call because you're a little nervous, you're a little scared. You're thinking, well, maybe I'm not ready to, I don't want to seem embarrassed. I'd encourage you, reach out. I've sent out probably, I don't know, 150, 200 messages today. Some of them were on Instagram where I did a live video and I just shared it with people who I know. So it was it was easy to do, right? Go click, 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 click. But the responses back I was getting from that's pretty amazing. Why do I share that with you? Because it is about leverage. It is about timing. And this isn't a time to be, I want to say it's a time to be bold, but it's a time to stand strong and to be a good servant, right? If somebody's going to do something, if you watch your kid and they're going to go hurt themselves, you're not going to let them do it. Well, that's my child. I'm not supposed to let them do it. I'm supposed to take care of them. I'm supposed to watch over them. Yes, but I think it says in the Bible, right? They're your brother as well. They're your sister as well, right? All of us are brothers and sisters. I know that's getting a little spiritually on you, but it's true. Who can you count on? Who can you count on when the chips get down? Because right now, for a lot of people, the chips are down, and maybe they're counting on you. Maybe they're just hoping you look at them with an air of confidence and believability in them that you want to give them a chance to see if they're ready to take care, to put some control back in their life, right? In finances, we talk about risk. How much risk is associated with that? What's the risk with that? What are you going to, how much risk am I exposed to? Well, I know people, everybody who has a job right now realizes that that may not be the only way to create an income going forward. Can anybody start anything now in 24 hours, start a business from home? Can they go out and do landscaping? They can do there's a whole lot of things they can do. But right now, the way the economic situation is, unless it can be done from home, through home. So can you start a group on teaching what you do? And you may not charge for it, but you can build a community, right? Do you do books well? Do you do accounting well? Do you do electrical well? Do you teach people, how to wire up a motor? I don't know. Just these things. Bake. There's somebody who never baked an apple pie before, and all of a sudden she's baking and trying fillings. I mean, it's just, Monique, it's just crazy to see how people are all of a sudden falling in love with something they never tried before. So that's what I guess I'd leave you with, is find that thing. Listen, people are home. If there's some people you think are influencers, some people you think have a, I don't know, maybe have a handle on some things. I don't know anybody has a handle on it, but they seem like they've got maybe both oars in the water right now. And you want to ask them, hey, listen, I'm thinking about doing this. How could I do that? Oh, I was on a call today. I got a text. Let's see if I can find it. I got a text and it said, are these texts? Yes. It said, hey, can you talk right now? I'm like, oh, here it is. Let's see if that's, hey, can you talk? Can you talk right now? That was the message. That was the message. And it's somebody who I went to high school with. I was a senior. She was a freshman. Then I coached the JV basketball team and she was on that. Can you talk right now? And I'm like, yes, what's up? And they were trying to do a Zoom. Now get this. I have not seen her like anything on my posts. I've not seen her like the videos or this, that, or the other, but she's watching. And she sees that I do these Zooms every day, now twice a day. Today I must have done, I kid you not, 14 Zooms today. So she says, we've got an opportunity to host a call because there was a big event. Listen, there was a big event that got canceled, right? Because they can't meet, for women truck drivers. I mean, talk about out of the blue. Women truck drivers. Her company helps with trucking companies, but they're really designed to help women in trucking. And Walmart is giving an award to the #1 female driver for Walmart. And they're hosting the online event. And they're like, we said, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it for sure. This was last week, Thursday, they got this gift to do this. And they've been playing around, and here it is Tuesday. And they call me and they go, we need help. We've got to do this event probably Thursday or Friday. What do we do? And we walk through Zoom. Now, I'm not a Zoom expert, but I failed enough at it. There's something you do right now that you failed enough at. Go give some. Listen, if you love to read scripture, if there's a book in the Bible, if there's verses in the Bible that you love to just read that comes to your mind all the time, do that. Do a live and say, listen, this is James chapter 6, verse 7. I don't know. Read Psalms, read the Beatitudes. Listen, if you love Think and Grow Rich, read Think and Grow Rich. Now, I don't know if they're going to do something on copyright, Facebook. My point is, we need you. The world needs you right now. The world needs you. Well, I've got folks who jump on my calls now from Ghana, and it's this word of mouth, right? Word of mouth. People are jumping on. There's some names on this call right now I don't recognize. I love it. I love it. I'm happy to see it. How? Because somewhere somebody said, let me check this out. People are needing to check you out right now. They're needing to find out what it is you do because they're searching. They are looking. And right now, your resume is probably the last 2 weeks of what you've done on Facebook or social media or Instagram or Snapchat or Pinterest. So if you go back and look, because you can start today, provide some service. You can talk about vulnerability. I have a dear friend of mine who just put a video up that walked people through a journey she's on in business, and she was absolutely scared to death. You would never know this woman has a scared bone in her body. She was scared to death. Asked me 18 times, well, what do I post it? What do I do? How do I do it? Send it. Send it. Just be there, send it, share your stuff. If you don't like to do live, record it and upload it. This isn't about algorithms and are you going to get likes? This is about you staying in your joy, you staying in your glory, you staying in your state of sanity, of reality. Because there's a little bit more time that we're going to be in this situation. There's going to be a little bit more time that we've got to figure things out. There's going to be a little bit more time to spend in self-introspection and self-conversation. Let me see if there's any questions here on Facebook. And if you've got any questions here on Zoom, feel free to type those in. There's Curran. Hey, Curran, I miss you, brother. There's Becky. Good to have you all here. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I don't know, if you look at my page today, there's probably 5 or 6 lives that are on there. Why? Because they're hitting me. Don't hold in your information. The world needs it. Get good at this new platform called Connection, 2-dimension connection. And the world will thank you for it. I'll thank you for it right now, but I know the world will thank you for it. Just you're starting your own TV show, your own reality TV show. Have some fun with it. So there you go. I got to go get ready for a call here in about 15 minutes. If anybody would like to find out what I'm doing, what I've been doing for the last 18 months and how I built Latin America with some amazing souls, I kind of lucked in fine. Well, I didn't luck in. I've mentored them for 8 years, but other than that, but just it's been an incredible ride for me, and I'd love to share with you what we're doing. If you want to know, private message me, and I'll send you a link. So there you go. Oh, and somebody just jumped on. I'm glad you're here too. Thank you. Essential Relationships. Here you go. Oh, it's Danya. Hey, Danya. Good to see you, girl. Well, there you go. And we're just wrapping up because I got a 7:30 call, Danya. The front of the call was mostly about you. But I do appreciate you. Go have some fun today. Say a prayer, right? Danya, Essential Relationships, if you check her out, she'll post a link probably on my Facebook page where she does some prayers every night at 7 o'clock, and they just finished up. We need it. We need y'all. Go have some fun. I love you tons. I'm Sean Murphy, founder of Mental Profits. If you want to join me on my 6:30 a.m. call, those things go for about 2 hours, and it's just question after question, awakening after awakening. You can go to personalundevelopment.com, personalundevelopment.com, and you can get your invitation there. It's the same link both morning and night. Love you tons. Bye for now, everybody.